It's a good movie too. Check this out. We'll be back. There's a lady with the baby on her back that I'm always talking about. Let's see how clear camera 2 is, the new camera 2. Oh wow, that is so much more clear and beautiful. I don't got a glove on camera 2 yet, so we gotta be careful with it. Wow, camera 2 is clear. Holy shit, wait till we get camera 1 fixed. It'll be in about 3 days. We'll have much clearer videos. Probably because I dropped the shit so many times and it actually never broke. I just missed a badass 747 landing too. Like, subscribe, share. We'll be right back, yo. Wait. They're using this runway heavy today. If you ever want to sit and watch planes, right there's the perfect spot, that corner. Oh, good, we caught a red light. Maybe we'll catch another one coming overhead. Down there was just a big badass 747 landing. There's no glove on this yet, so I gotta be careful with it.
It's empty before, now it's filled. Right before sunset, all these things are filled.
Notice how the price of gas suddenly dropped? It's because Daddy Trump's about to come back and make America great again. Notice how the price of gas is rapidly dropping as Trump's about to get in office? Yes, I'm wearing my Make America Great Again hat. When I was getting gas, I said I had to put it on. I made a video on it. I'm going to upload it. Yeah, that's the problem, not having a case on it. There it goes. I just missed it. By a fraction of a second. And here's more airplanes. I gotta be careful, it's so easy to slip out of my hands right now. Like, subscribe, share. Well,
I am not a biologist, necessarily not common when you're a communist. Terrorist, the carrot, the kids are selling terrorists. What if you're a communist, an environmentalist? If you led the country, then you're a white supremacist. Don't be defending it, cause what you say is wrong. Put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a racist if you don't think that adds up. Go and put your hands up, stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a homophobe if you don't think that adds up. They don't have children. If they do, they abort them. Neighbors have with the government, then report them.
Pretty good.
With independent thoughts, just ignore them. Communism, the way to see is to born. Bring kids to a drag show. Give them a couple dollars to put right up in their...
True, they are bringing kids to drag shows.
The case is closed, don't even know it has, bro.
He's dead, case is closed.
No politician work for the CCP. White kids are born racist, disagree. That makes you a damn racist, steady CRT. In today's lesson, make and get pregnant. Put your hands down, no more questions. Don't call them pedophiles, call them ALA. Adults that like got a lesson. Put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world's doing that, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a racist if you don't think that adds up. Go and put your hands up, stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a homophobe if you don't think that adds up.
Amy Winehouse found dead in her London home. Mac Miller believed to have suffered an overdose.
Lil Peep died last night. The king of pop has died. Rapper Juice WRLD is dead.
Out of Los Angeles,
Juice WRLD died?
star Whitney Houston. We turn now to the death of Matthew Perry. Prince died at the age of 57.
DMX has died.
DMX died? Where did DMX die? Is this still the same song? Oh yeah, it is. Check that out.
Amy Winehouse found dead in her London home. Mac Miller believed to have suffered an overdose.
Lil Peep died last night. The king of pop has died. Rapper Juice WRLD is dead.
Out of Los Angeles, the global singing star Whitney Houston. We turn now to the death of actor Matthew Perry. Prince died at the age of 57.
targets of Donald.
Amy Winehouse found
Damn it!
Amy Winehouse found dead in
Where are we
her
at in the song? Go back to where
All right, the targets of Donald Trump's ire across the country.
this sounds funny.
All right, of Donald Trump's ire across the country
No,
and
it
around.
froze.
Boy returns from death with a terrifying message.
All right, the targets of Donald Trump's ire across the country and around the world are scrambling to prepare for what happens after he retakes office. That includes the mullahs of Iran and, of course, the cartels of Mexico.
The border between the United States and Mexico has been a front line in the fight against drug trafficking, illegal immigration, and
Amy Winehouse found
Trump the Don, back at it again. Mr. 47 in the house. You already know. Speak the mothers of the house and the founders like the word. Let the teachers parent the children right from the birth. Make them male, feed them pills, confuse them about what's real. Tell them facts that don't really matter. It's all about how you feel. Side about the racist, history that's erasing. Indoctrinate a whole generation. You can't escape it. It's bigger than American politics. You're in a capitalist. White people racist and bigots, and you're a colonist. If you want freedom with the courage and do the opposite, it's taxing masculinity. If a man is too confident, what is the woman? Well, I am not a biologist.
Obama was a drag queen. Hell no.
Care about the kids, just call them terrorists. It's cool to be a feminist, an environmentalist. If you love the country, then you're a white supremacist. Don't be defending it, cause what you say is irrelevant. Put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a racist if you don't think that adds up. Go and put your hands up, stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a homophobe if you don't think that adds up. They don't have children. If they do, they abort them. Neighbors don't comply with the government, then report them. If you have independent thoughts, just ignore them. Communism, the way democracy is too boring. Bringing kids to a drag show.
One day, maybe today we could do immigration. I don't know.
Worry about the Epstein.
Oh, there goes a plane up in the sky.
Don't even know an ass, bro. Trust the WHO and CDC. No politician work for the CCP. White kids are born racist.
In the middle of the screen, see it?
You a damn racist. Study CRT. In today's lesson, make them get pregnant. Put your hands down, no more questions. Don't call them pedophiles, call them ALA. Adults that like adolescents. Don't put your hands up, everybody
Ooh,
stand
zoom
up.
out new camera
The
2.
whole
Man, I
world's
grab
going
camera
mad,
2 a
bro.
lot.
2 +
This
2
is nothing
=
like my
5.
own
You're a
zoom.
racist. You don't think that adds up. Go and put your hands up. Stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You're a homophobe if you don't think that add up.
Amy Winehouse found dead in her London home. Mac Miller believed to have suffered an overdose.
Lil Peep died last night. The king of pop has died. Rapper.
It was empty before, now it's filled.
That's the Trump rally. That's a good video. You should check that
All
out.
those seats up there were empty, now they're all filled up.
This is like right before he came out. He came out like 8 o'clock. We got there at like 5 or 4 p.m.
I'm gonna rig it either way. And then that gives them more time to burn the belly. I think it's best to go to the day right before.
Wait, I can watch the live of my live? Oh wow, you guys can't see shit. Oh wow, you guys can't see shit. I gotta get a glove on this, man. I can't even zoom out. I gotta get a glove on this, man. I can't even zoom out. See if y'all got a better view now. Oh, that's better. Oh, this is interesting. The U.S. government admitted there's aliens. Or unidentified flying objects. That's pretty interesting. No one talks about that, though. That's just totally getting scooped under the rug. Oh, here we go. Live. This is the hearings on the aliens I was just talking.
Hello,
See?
Chicago.
They're listening. These devices are... look at that. I'm talking about aliens on the U.S. government admitting it. This is what I'm saying. They're always listening. The devices, they're listening. Like that guy fucking that was in Russia that said.
So please begin your opening remarks.
Thank you, Chairwoman Mace, Chairman Grothman, Ranking Members Connolly and Garcia, and members of the committee. Thank you for this opportunity to testify today regarding unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP. Confirmation that UAPs are real came to me in January of 2015 when I was serving as the commander of the Navy Meteorology and Oceanography Command. At the time,
It took you
my
that long
personnel
to
were
come to you?
participating in a pre-deployment naval exercise off the U.S. East
I
Coast.
wouldn't mind meeting some aliens, as long as they don't want to probe me in my anus.
Carrier Strike Group. And this exercise was overseen by the United States Fleet Forces Command, led by a 4-star admiral who at the time was also my superior officer. During this exercise, I received an email on the Navy's secure network from the operations officer of U.S. Fleet Forces Command. The email was addressed to all the subordinate commanders, and the subject line read in all capital letters, "Urgent Safety of Flight Issue." The text of the email was brief but alarming, with words to the effect, "If you know what these are, tell me ASAP. We are having multiple near mid-air collisions.
What?
If we do not resolve this soon, we are going to have to shut down the exercise." Attached to the email is what is now known as the Go Fast video, captured on the forward-looking infrared sensor of one of the Navy F-A-18 aircraft participating in the exercise. The now declassified video showed an unidentified object exhibiting flight and structural characteristics unlike anything in our arsenal. The implication of the email was clear. The author was asking whether any of the recipients were aware of classified technology demonstrations that could explain these objects. Because the DoD policy is to rigorously deconflict such demonstrations with live exercises, I was confident this was not the case. The very next day, that email disappeared from my account and those of the other recipients without explanation. Moreover, the commander of Fleet Forces Command and the operations officer never discussed the subject. Even during weekly meetings specifically designed to address issues affecting exercises like the one in which the Theodore Roosevelt Strike Group was participating. This lack of follow-up was very concerning to me. As the Navy's chief at the time, I was responsible for reducing safety of flight risks. Yet it appeared to me that no one at the flag officer level was addressing the safety risk posed by UAPs. Instead, pilots were left to mitigate these threats on their own without guidance or support. I concluded that the UAP information must be classified within a special access program managed by an intelligence agency. That is a compartment of program that even senior officials, including myself, were not let into. Last year's UAP hearing before this oversight committee confirmed that UAP-related information is being withheld from senior officials and members of Congress. And just this week, I learned from former DoD official Chris Mellon that satellite imagery of UAP from a few years ago still has not been shared with Congress. Why? Equally concerning, last year's UAP hearing also revealed that elements of the government are engaged in a disinformation campaign to include personal attacks designed to discredit UAP whistleblowers. Having never signed a non-disclosure agreement regarding UAPs, and now as a private citizen, I've become an advocate for greater UAP transparency from the government. The continued overclassification surrounding UAPs has not only hindered our ability to effectively address these phenomena, but has also eroded trust in our institutions. While I applaud previous bipartisan legislation passed by Congress concerning UAPs, a more comprehensive approach is needed to address the broader implication of UAP on public safety and national security, as well as the socio-economic opportunities that open UAP research could unlock. Therefore, I recommend Congress take the following action, which I believe will receive.
Tell us there's aliens already, goddammit.
Establish robust oversight of the executive branch's management of UAP information by directing key
officials. Just tell us, you got an alien in Area 51. We're keeping it a secret.
To provide comprehensive briefings on what the government knows about UAP and does not know.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot they know that they're not telling us.
The UAP Disclosure Act would establish a UAP records review
Hey, Trump,
to ensure
get them aliens released. We want to know about those aliens, Mr. Trump.
UAP information. And 3, strengthen the UAP Disclosure Act and future reauthorizations with provisions that mandate a whole-of-government approach to addressing UAP. In closing, I will share my personal reasons.
Immigration bus. I guarantee you there's immigrants on that bus right there. See that white bus? The white bus right there. I guarantee you there's migrants on there. Or it just dropped off migrants in downtown Chicago.
Now that we know
A or B, I'm not sure which.
These include
there's downtown.
submerged objects in the ocean. We should not turn a blind eye, but instead boldly face this new reality and learn from it. Additionally, at a time when leaders in government leave much to be desired, I feel obligated to show moral leadership on this issue of UAP disclosure by validating the credibility of the courageous men and women who come out as witnesses and whistleblowers to expose the truth. My speaking out has encouraged others to do the same, and it may it's my hope over time that a number of your constituents will
Oh,
want to know
aliens
the
are
truth
real.
and about UAP and will increase. This
Yeah,
number
the
will
U.S.
increase to such an
government's admitting
extent
that they're real.
that the congressional action I've
aliens.
just recommended will become inevitable. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
All right, I'll talk
Thank
to you.
you. I will now recognize Mr. Elizondo.
Greetings, Chairwoman Mace, Chairman Grossman, ranking members Connolly and Garcia, members of the committee. It is my honor and privilege to testify
The
before
title
you
of the
on the issue
video
of
is
unidentified anomalous phenomenon, formerly known as UFOs. On behalf of our
formerly
brave
known
men
as
and women,
UFOs. What are they calling them
Is
now?
it just me? Or is
No,
it time
go
to
back,
stop losing
shit.
and trading? Are you ready for a change?
No, I'm
Join my
listening to the
trading
fucking
team
aliens, you
and watch your
jagoff.
results improve for the better. I'm Alex White.
There we go.
Thank you. I move to allow myself and the ranking member 5 additional minutes for questions without objection, so ordered. Mr. Elizondo, were you read into the Immaculate Constellation program?
and I would not be authorized
UFO
to
hearing
deny
in
the
Congress
existence of any
live. U.S.
ongoing or
government
past
reports
program
confirms
as
21
it
UFO
relates to
sightings in
special
USA.
access
News
programs,
18
either by
and
me or
18G.
Okay, and then does the U.S. government or private contractors, do they work with other foreign countries, China, for example,
CNN News 18. I don't know if that's part of fake news, CNN.
The intelligence data about UAP?
Let me, if I can answer that a little bit more generally, ma'am.
Ooh, that
We
guy
do
almost
have
ran
foreign
into that guy.
material exploitation programs. That is something that is widely known, and that term itself is unclassified. How exactly that works becomes a bit sensitive. The discussion we can certainly have in a closed session if you like. We do work with international partners and allies quite often, not just in military exercises and workups, but in other intelligence efforts as well.
In terms of material that's given to private contractors, is certain material given to certain contractors because of their experience? So, for example, if it's related to submerged and undersea propulsion, would it go to a general contractor like General Dynamics?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely correct. Different contractors have different levels of expertise.
What's Lockheed's expertise?
Aerospace, ma'am.
In the UAPs, that's all of it. They wouldn't do submerged.
No, I didn't say that, ma'am.
Okay.
Lockheed Martin and others do quite a bit of work both in our atmosphere, in space, and even underwater. There are certain efforts to. It's a tough question you're asking. Put me on the spot here.
I'm looking for the answer.
Yes, ma'am. No,
question.
they are involved in a lot. I would rather let Lockheed Martin explain the different domains that they are involved with. I'm not authorized to discuss that, but they are involved in a lot.
Well, who is authorized to discuss it?
Admiral, flight safety risks for
We need that person that's authorized to discuss it.
Experience and seeing in your career.
They're extensive, and one exercise I referred to where I received the email that was then deleted was the pilots, and this is worth bringing out. There are debunkers out there who have said the Go Fast video was just a balloon. That was only one video that was released. There were dozens of these encounters that pilots and friends of Ryan Graves, who's in this room right here, witnessed. And
Ryan Graves, we need him to
significant
testify.
safety concerns, and to almost call out and exercise it and shut it down, which is very compressed, and the carrier's getting ready for deployment. The pilots have to be certified to land on the carrier. It's extreme, to say the least.
All right, I have two last questions. Real quickly, Mr. Schellenberger, how do we get more whistleblowers to come forward?
Aliens.
Reaching your weight loss
U.S.
goals starts with
government.
herbs, where you can get access to compounded
Government.
semaglutide injections made with the same active ingredient as
Admits
Ozempic and Wegovy,
aliens
so you can make weight
real.
loss progress with confidence. Get started today at
That's aliens
4herbs.com.
real, no. Whatever, that's good enough. Back to the
Mr.
aliens.
Schellenberger, how do we get more whistleblowers to come forward?
Well, this hearing is, is very important, obviously.
Without getting killed, we should have added in. How do we get more whistleblowers to come forward without?
Guarantee that I will protect them and go to prison to protect their identities.
Okay.
What?
Yes, sir. But my last question.
He said, I'll protect their, he said he would go to prison to protect their identities.
Biologics, non-human, etc. How would you define, each of you, my last question, how would you define non-human biologics, non-human intelligence? What are we actually talking about? Admiral?
Robots? What? Alien bodies?
don't think it's a stretch when you look at the diversity of life on this planet and the size of this universe to think there's going to be more diverse, higher order, non-human intelligences throughout the
No
universe.
shit there is.
Probably was visiting us.
I would take the scientific approach. The definition would be the ability to react to a stimulus in a manner that requires an intellectual thought process. I just don't know.
What do you say? I just don't know.
In our assumptions that we're looking for intelligence. That could be biological.
Non-biological. But what non-biological intelligence? What does that mean?
Artificial intelligence, ML. Machines.
So
we assume that all intelligence could be like us. Every time we look out in the universe, we are humble.
So maybe the alien spaceships aren't even like people on it. Maybe it's just like robots.
I can't answer your question, but I think the ultimate answer is going to surprise us all.
And Mr. Garcia,
But you know the ultimate answer. You know the person that could give us the ultimate answer. Expose it already.
Thank you all for being here. I want to thank Shirley Mace especially for holding this important partisan hearing. And I want to thank all the committee members that are interested in this topic. I think our commitment to all of you and all the folks that contacted us, and certainly to the advocates and the pilots, is that we need to continue investigating UAPs. I think the country is owed explanations and ensured the
But you're not going to tell us.
Is always protected. This is a conversation and questioning that must continue. So I'm very grateful to all of you. And I also just want to add, just personally, I think it's really important for me. Two things guide my questioning and my observations on the UAPs. One is should always be guided by facts, science, and data, and stay serious on those issues. And the second thing is I think that we should not limit our imagination and our thoughts and our curiosity on what UAPs could actually be. And I think those two things for me are really important, and I'm grateful for all of you to be here. With that, you're back.
okay, and we have Mr. Ogles who is on the way. He's going to be here any second. Is that correct? Check, and he'll be the last member with questions that we have today, and then we're going to.
Maybe the UFOs needs the blood, the rectum blood of humans to keep their alien ships running.
More questions, and I hope that this will open the door to more hearings in the future.
Maybe that's why people get anally probed.
Taxpayers are spending on this. You have the right to.
I think we need to spend $1 billion on why aliens are anally probing humans. That's what we need to spend $1 billion on, not Ukraine. Just saying.
And of course, our national security is a huge issue because if there's technology that could harm us or our allies that are in the hands of our adversaries, we obviously want to stay ahead of that.
And then I was watching some of this I didn't even show on here. They're more worried about who the other governments that got their hands on the aliens over us.
Anywhere in the world.
How about you just tell us there's freaking aliens? You got some in Area 51. Jigs up. We know.
5 minutes of questioning before we head on out today.
Oh, an electric BMW. How ugly. Exposing the truth for last news updates.
Madam Chairwoman, out of breath because I sprinted to get here. But this is important here. I think we all know.
Yeah, Chevy vote. Yeah.
Mr. Elizondo, based on your knowledge of UAP sightings, do you believe it's fair to say that they are especially common near nuclear sites? Yes, sir.
Is that gas or electric?
It's
got to be electric.
As are my colleagues inside the government. And the reason why I pose that question, and this has been one of my talking points from the beginning, is Oak Ridge is in Tennessee. The so-called weather balloon that drifted, that we now know was controlled, it passed near.
Oh, now they're talking about the Chinese weather balloon.
Both of interest to our adversaries and to whatever else this is. Because we know that at military installations, at sensitive locations, such as nuclear facilities, that we're seeing this take place. So the question is what is it?
Is it AI or actual beings?
They've caused an irregular activity, and why might they be interested in those sites? Sir, in some cases, it's actually regular activity. You'd be surprised. There's actually documentation right now that's been submitted. It's not just Oak Ridge. It's Savannah River site, SRS. It's also Los Alamos. A lot of our sensitive R&D locations appear to be under some sort of surveillance and monitoring. Why? Well, because a lot of innovation comes out of those areas. A lot of new technologies, a lot of, if you will, disruptive technologies that we
Yeah,
use
because that's
for
where you got
national
the
defense,
aliens at.
originates out of those locations. And
Texas
advanced
plates again. There's
concepts and
fucking
physics as
Texas
well.
plates. They're fucking
So
everywhere. I
if
want to
was
know
doing
why.
a reconnaissance, even on a foreign adversary, that's a great target.
Why are Texas plates all around Chicago? I don't get it. And they're always at the immigration facilities.
What role might the Department of Energy or its
I know one of the
subsidiaries or
FEMA workers,
affiliates
the immigration workers,
in
he
this
had
type
Texas
of
plates.
technology?
Because I physically watched him go from sitting at his desk to walking to his car, the fucker.
Mr. Gallaudet, I think your testimony's been pretty clear, but would you please reiterate that do you believe UAPs pose a threat to pilots?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. They were threatening Navy pilots during the exercise.
So the UFOs were threatening Navy pilots. I would say that's something to be a little alarmed about.
Risking pilot safety, commercial and military today.
Well, considering, and I understand that there's a need in some cases to keep certain technologies secret, but you believe that it is posing a threat to our personnel, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I think it's reasonable to conclude that if there's a threat to our personnel who are serving our country faithfully, that there be oversight.
Yeah.
100%, Congressman.
And not give fucking 10 more billions to Ukraine. That's what we need to throw $10 billion at, what he just said.
Government executive branch.
Stop throwing $10 billion at Ukraine. Throw $10 billion at that. And the immigration shit. Ship them all out.
That's very concerning. I mean, what else are we, if you look at national security or intelligence or foreign affairs or appropriations, you all have oversight and legislative responsibility regarding those. This UAP issue may be the greatest issue of our time, and it's being hit from you.
Well, I mean, and to your point, I think we've seen over the decades that we have certain adversaries like China, like Russia, that technologically speaking are not as advanced as us, that they lack some of the lethality that we have, and that we've seen that they've gone after our technologies and in some cases succeeded, in particular with missile technology. And so again,
sounds like my low horn is out.
Whether this
my horn used to be
emanates
deeper
from us or otherworldly, that we know that we possess.
Alright, well, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Thanks for watching.
Where are the stopgaps? What are the guarantees that if this were to fall in